It all began with one harmless text from an old college buddy. Let's relive our wild summers. No commitments. I'm not sure if it was the dull routine of marriage or the selfish idea that I deserved more, but that message took root in my mind. My husband Ryan was steady, reliable, always doing his best to give us a good life. But somewhere along the line I twisted that into something negative, thinking his predictability was weighing me down. When Tyler, the college friend, started messaging with playful flirting, it felt thrilling, almost addictive. Convinced myself it was harmless, just a small break from everyday life. One night I told Ryan I needed time to find myself. He didn't protest, just gave a quiet nod, his eyes heavy with unspoken pain. And with that I walked out the door, leaving behind a man who had never let me down. That summer with Tyler was, at first, everything I imagined. Beach sunsets, spur-of-the-moment road trips, nights full of jokes and passion. But beneath the surface there was always a crack forming. Tyler wasn't Ryan. He spent money without thinking, mocked deep conversations, and refused to take anything seriously. What once felt exciting quickly lost its shine. The illusion shattered when he started texting other women using the same lines that once made me feel unique. During a heated argument, he sneered and said, "You ditched your dull husband for this. What were you expecting?" His words cut through every fantasy I had built. I hadn't discovered freedom, had thrown away love for something temporary, and the price was more than I ever expected. When I first called Ryan, I hoped for his calm voice, but the call went straight to voicemail. I tried over and over. Texts, emails, even showing up outside our house. Nothing. A home that once held our laughter felt colder, like I'd been erased from it. Mutual friends were kind but distant. Their faces said what they didn't. They knew what I had done. Ryan never told anyone details. He didn't need to. His silence carried more weight than any explanation. Each time I got ignored, it felt like another mirror, showing me who I'd become. As the season came to a close, so did Tyler's interest. I became just another fling. His tone turned dismissive, his attention wandered. The nights stretched longer, the days felt empty. I couldn't stop thinking about Ryan. Not in grand, dramatic ways, but in the quiet gestures. The way he brewed my coffee just right. How he fixed broken things without being asked. The way he stood beside me during every storm. Those weren't the moves of a man seeking attention, they were the quiet habits of someone who genuinely cared. And I had discarded all of it for a moment of excitement. I started calling his workplace, thinking maybe his professionalism wouldn't let him ignore me. But even there I hit a wall. His assistant, always cordial, would tell me, "Mr. Carter isn't available." The final blow came from a mutual friend. Ryan had taken a personal leave, off traveling the country on his own. The man who once built his entire life around us had vanished into a journey of his own, leaving me behind. The harder I tried to re-enter his life, the more obvious it became. He wasn't trying to hurt me. He had just drawn a line. Ryan wasn't playing games. He was guarding his peace. That truth hit like punch to the chest. Had always believed he'd be waiting with open arms, no matter what. That his gentle heart would catch me when I fell. But even the kindest souls have limits. His silence wasn't revenge. It was self-respect. The man I once overlooked had found power in stepping away. And I realized then that forgiveness doesn't always come with reunion. Sometimes it's offered quietly from a distance, without reopening the door. Months passed. Tyler became just a regret, a chapter one wanted to skip. Ryan's absence became a lasting void. Social media stung. Pictures of him, hiking trails, smiling with new people, living a life I was no longer part of. Kept reaching out, long messages full of sorrow, but they were met with silence. Ryan had drawn a boundary I could no longer cross. He honored his healing more than I ever honored his love. Cruel irony. I left him searching for something more, and ended up invisible to the one man who saw me completely. Now, sitting alone in the apartment where we once shared a life, I finally feel the full weight of what I lost. Regret isn't loud. It's a constant, quiet ache, a reminder of everything I threw away. I didn't lose Ryan because he stopped loving me. I lost him because I stopped deserving it. His silence wasn't cruelty, it was his final act of self-love. Some wounds go too deep, and now every time my phone lights up and it's not his name, I'm reminded. Some choices echo longer than we expect.